Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
So are you going to do more vlogs?
Yeah, apparently people want me to tell them about my mundane life. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Oh, really? You're not going to say anything now?
So are you going to do more vlogs?
Yes. But right now I'm going to go eat some dicks. Gonna wolf them down. That's what we do in Seattle. We eat dicks. Good dicks, actually. This is stupid.
So you're going to do more vlogs?
Yes, I guess. No, we were just talking about math classes. Like, I've always been really bad at math. In fact, I hated math so much when they had it scheduled when I was in grade school, when they had it scheduled right after the noon hour, lunch hour. I used to volunteer to scrub pots and pans so that I could avoid math class, because inevitably pots and pans would take longer than any other, no one wanted to do pots and pans. So I did it, and I missed math class, and because of that, I didn't do very well. I ended up getting an M, because where I went to school, they had C's, S's, and M's, and commendable, satisfactory, and I don't know what M stood for at that point, but I didn't do very well. That was the 7th grade, I think. 7th or 8th grade. I didn't do very well with math. It got kind of tricky, and then I didn't do well with algebra, and then in high school, I took Algebra 2, and at that point, where I went to high school, then you didn't have to take math classes after then. But I did. Believe it or not, I probably took more math courses than I ever needed to, because I knew that it was a weak point. But I thought I really wanted to excel and try to figure it out. And I took Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and then junior year I took geometry, and I never understood geometry. I'd always given. That was always my answer, and that was always wrong. Inevitably, I was wrong. I'd say, Chris, I'd say given. It's like, but it wasn't. But it is, because it makes sense. Yes, you have to prove it. It is proven. It's given. It's a given proof. Postulates and theorems and but it was fun to draw shapes. I enjoyed that. I still mess up a circumference and diameter every so often too. I'm like, wait, is this a circumference, diameter with the segment? I can't. It was interesting, but yeah, I never caught it. And then senior year, I didn't even have to take geometry, but I did. And then senior year, I took trigonometry, which I absolutely didn't need to take. And you want to talk about? I would always get it, to the point where I thought I was done, and it wasn't done, and I'd screw it up. I got a B. I got a B in every class from my sophomore year on, every class, all the way through college. The only C+ I got was the lowest grade I got my sophomore year in college in sociology, which I did well in high school. But it's never about the class. It's always about the teacher. Always. Right. All the way through. That's the biggest thing. You got to get the right teacher, which to me is why, people don't want to go to college. I honestly, I don't blame them. I really don't. It's expensive. You put yourself in debt if you can't get a scholarship. See, I wasn't smart enough, and I wasn't a dumbass, so I couldn't and my parents weren't rich, and they weren't poor, so I couldn't qualify for anything. I was just right in the middle. I'm your average B+ student. So then after trigonometry, I took advanced math, and actually, I got to tell you, out of all the math courses I ever took in high school and even in college, I think that was, no, I can't say college. There were a couple of fun ones I took in college. Fun, believe it or not. Although they were fun because it was largely because I was learning how to teach math, like basic stuff. Basic stuff I got, but it was all the advanced stuff. But advanced math in high school, my senior year, I had a good time with that. I had fun. I don't think I did well, or I can't remember doing well, but I did have a lot of fun with that class, because it wasn't really, we did matrices and things that I wasn't used to, and that was at a point in time where I was really having fun programming my pocket calculator, which was more than just a pocket calculator. Where the heck am I going to park here? Go this way, I guess. So yeah, that's how I got through math classes. I did them, and I didn't need to, but I believe that the something that you don't know a lot about, you should be spending more of your time, learning about. Let's get some dicks.
Yum.
You know, it's interesting. They got $18,000 scholarships for 2011 graduates and employees, which is great. You know, this is only for Seattle area, but they're really enabling students to pay for college or help pay for college. Wow. You know, the way I had to work through college was, odd jobs, and like I said, it was difficult to get scholarships. Certainly not from hamburgers. Or good hamburgers. They're really good. Secret to getting a good Dick's is get the Dick's Deluxe, but order it with no cheese, because then they'll make it fresh. So good. I ended up working largely at Adventureland, which is the like an amusement park, and that definitely did not pay the bills. They were cheap. Oh my god! And the park showed it. I mean, it was, you want to talk about, they were cheap. I think I got, at age 14, I could work during the summer for $2.50 an hour. And I think I worked my way up to like $3.50 an hour, like after working there forever. That was way back when, but even then it was pretty low. Nope. I never did flip burgers. Changing I can't into I can.
So did you get tipped, or was that just your...
Well, I worked at Pizza Hut.
Oh, okay.
I worked at Pizza Hut, and I did get tipped. That was the only real food. I did Pizza Hut where I was a server for a while, and then I did Pizza Hut when, and that was across the street from Adventureland, so I worked 2 jobs, and I ended up screwing myself. I didn't make as much as I thought I would, and I hurt myself, actually, at Adventureland when I worked at Pizza Hut. And I still have nightmares about that.
Wow.
Believe it or not, I still have nightmares about going to my boss, John Krantz, and seeing him. I still see my old boss in my dreams. I feel bad, because that was my community, man. Adventureland, the gaming at Adventureland was my community. I screwed up the last year I was there, right when I was going to be right before I was a senior in high school. And I still have dreams about that, screwing that up. Still, it's unbelievable. I felt bad. I really did. And then I worked at Pizza Hut again senior year in college, but a delivery driver for a different Pizza Hut. That was before GPSs, man. You had a map, but before you left, you had to look at the map on the wall, and you had to do quadrants like B4. It was like playing Battleship, and you had to guess, well, okay, if I do this, and then I do that, and then I do this. And those tips sucked. You don't get tipped anything. That's why when someone delivers pizza or whatever, I tip them well. Mm-hmm. Anybody who's ever worked in food service knows to tip well. And I did my best. I mean, when I was a server, I went over the top. I made other people look bad, actually. Not intentionally, but they got mad at me because I'd report the tips the way you had to do it at Pizza Hut. I'd report it down to the exact penny. Like, I'd count the changes, and what are you doing? I'm counting the change. Well, no, just round it. Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but... And I felt bad, and I still, like, when they weren't looking, I was like, $42.97. You're making us look bad. Well, do better then. I mean, it's not my fault. I am kind of an overachiever, though, admittedly. I am that guy. Hey, don't you want to eat?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd had other college jobs, too. I had, let's see here. I did telemarketing when I couldn't do something else. That sucked. I also worked food service at the university. And that was actually kind of fun. I enjoyed doing that. And then the last job that I did some other summer jobs, like helping at-risk youth. And then I remember working in a set of computer labs. Yeah, I'm going to have to follow this guy. Yeah, there's hellish traffic today because there's some kind of running event. I don't know. I know, like, our friends Liana and Michelle like running. Let me put it this way. They probably run more in one race than I have in my entire life. I was not a runner. I wasn't even a walker. Could roll somewhere, maybe, but I don't even like driving places. Either way, we're going to be stuck in traffic for a long time. Yeah, I think that computer lab job was the last one that I remember holding before I started Locker Gnome, really. And then pretty soon that I started paying the bills. Not long after college. I've been doing it ever since. Whatever it is. So, you know, you're going to start a vlog now, and you're just going to follow me around with a camera?
Yeah, I should. Show people the real you. But I won't ever show myself, of course.
Yeah, I think there's bets out there saying, oh, I bet she's ugly.
Do you think I'm ugly?
No.
Aw.
You're the cutest girl ever.
Thanks, sweetie.
And people who meet you agree.
Yeah.
You're sweet. Oh wait, this person's turning left. What was I doing? I was trying to be helpful, and she's turning left.
Oh, whoops.
And now she's saying, no, it's okay. I'm stupid.
She...
Who would turn left? I mean, there's traffic. Bumper to bumper. Yeah, I mean, you could vlog me. You could walk around and vlog the stuff that I do, but it's really mundane.
Yeah.
Like, even at home, all I'm doing is working. And you could do that anyway. You can just tune into the live video feed. It's like...
It's the same thing.
I don't understand why people
Sometimes you go downstairs.
Yes.
They'd like to see that.
Well, no, I'm serious. We're going to do a house tour. This is going to be... I think I'm going to release it on my birthday this year, July 26th. Since I try to do something big online every year. Well, last year I don't know what I did online. The year before that we did the Death Star Lego build.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was fun. And I got my name to I was #1 trend on Twitter for like an hour or so.
Wow.
A couple years ago. And then last year I don't remember if we did anything, but this year we're going to record a house tour. And we're going to put it on YouTube. And I think we're just going to do a rental, $2, because YouTube takes a percentage and everything. So $2, you will have the house tour 2011, and if we can find an iPhone app developer, we will create a $2 app that people can buy and watch the video in the App Store or stores. But I don't know really any good app. All the app needs to be is just a video. That's it, or a link to the video on the web. Pretty simple. And then maybe an Android version, I don't know. We'll also sell a DVD. And this is the nice thing about it is, we'll do, see I told you dude, bumper to bumper here. All the way through on 5 as we're heading home. And then what we'll do is, next year, we'll do the next tour, house tour, 2012. You know, so we'll have, every year there will be a new house tour video because things change, right?
Yeah.
You know, I've been doing this for the home office tour, and I'm like, it's just a couple bucks. People keep asking. I'm like, the goal is, here's the goal. Everybody can watch, here that's watching this. The goal is, I'm going to try to see if I can pay my mortgage for a month off doing a house tour. That would be the press release. Man pays mortgage by selling a house tour online.
Yeah.
So y'all can be a part of history, or like 3 of you who decide to watch it. But you know, there's some value in that. We'll see how it goes. So.
Yeah. Oh, it's sunny too.
Yeah, it's really sunny. You want to go to the Space Needle today?
Yeah, we should.
Because you haven't gone yet. It's a sunny day, so let's just do that.
And we'll bring them along with us.
Yay. Oh, there's Bellevue off in the distance, too. I gotta figure out the best way to get there.
That's a really late flight. Yeah, like midnight, 11 o'clock or something.
Peaceful, everybody. How are we feeling today? All right. Well, we're gonna have ourselves an 82-second trip up, traveling 5 miles an hour. We're gonna go 520 feet to the observation deck, and we are looking at the southern and southeastern directions of Seattle. Does anyone have any questions to start off, or is there anything in particular you're interested in learning about the Space Needle or Seattle?
Free drinks we get with that?
How tall is the Space Needle? 605 feet or 184 meters. Yeah, or we'll say 1,320 king-size Milky Way candy bars. I'll say Snickers though, I like those better. All right, well we are looking over down. If you look at the right in front of the Space Needle, you can see the Como 4 news station. They use the outside of that building and the helicopter pad for the show Grey's Anatomy. That's what they consider Seattle Grace Hospital. And then if you look at the downtown area, the skinny block building in the center, that is the Columbia Tower. It's 967 feet, tallest building in Seattle. So if they're 967 and we're 605, can anyone guess what we rank on a scale of 1 to 10?
Short.
8? 2 more takers, come on.
4.
4? One more?
Second.
Huh?
Second.
We'll put them all together and say 7. Okay? So yeah, we're 7. Up top, we have a cafe. There's beer and wine. We just ask that you do not take any food or beverages outside, and we're open until midnight. So don't have too much fun, okay?
And now we're at the top. This is probably a bad time to mention that I'm afraid of heights, isn't it?
I see McDonald's. Yeah.
Turn around, guys.
Legion stars making their way out. All that's left already. And they're backing that other big booger up. I'm amazed the way they can park them things.
That's crazy.
I know, but
Let's make the water just look like solid, you know?
So were your parents around in the 60s when they did this?
They weren't here.
This is he knows me
I do know this guy.
from YouTube.
That's right.
That's what he says when I drop off the car for valet at the Space Needle.
I said it a worse way than that. I said, I know you from the internet.
Oh yeah, you know me from the internet, right? But it must have been YouTube.
It was YouTube. It was.
All right. So what do you do at the Space Needle?
I am an operations supervisor here. I am in charge of everything.
Really?
I wish I was.
How many people come through on a, let's say, a day like today, a weekend?
Right,
It's
so
relatively sunny.
Today we're expecting maybe 6,000 people.
Wow.
So yeah, it's going to be a crazy, crazy day. But you know, this is kind of the norm here. I am still fairly new here.
Oh, that's okay.
I was just recently trained, so there might be a couple questions I don't know about.
Cool.
But yeah.
And now you'll be on the internet too.
There you
So
go.
people can come to the Space Needle
That's right.
and they come to you, Luis,
Luis, that's
and they
right.
say, Chris Pirillo said that I should come see you at the Space Needle. Not, he can't get you anything. Don't even bother to ask.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, y'all gotta pay to go up. It was a good view. It was a nice view today.
I've seen a couple of your videos. I think I saw like a video a long time ago. I was like, oh, this guy lives in Seattle, cool. And then.
And now I'm doing the Seattle thing.
Right?
Right.
But then it was like a few months ago. I actually saw like a couple of your videos. I was like, yeah, cool. He's still around. Cool. Good.
And now this is like the quintessential. This will be a part of the. Thank you. It's the quintessential Seattle video. Because I don't think I've done any one of them on the Space Needle. Because the audience was saying, hey, why don't you do more personal stuff?
Yeah.
So I've just been. This video is going to be a compilation of random stuff that I did today, including taking my girlfriend to the Space Needle. This is her first time.
Oh, well, welcome.
Oh, thank you.
That's
Yeah.
the cameraman.
Yeah.
She's
Camera.
very
That's right. Side.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, it was nice to see you and nice to meet you. Yeah,
For sure.
It was the first experience where I opened a car door and was like, hey, I know this person.
And it wasn't scary.
And it wasn't a little nuts.
This is a good video.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, I am gonna pass him. So go off to the. Oh wait, he's gonna pass. He's gonna, it looks like he's gonna get over and off. So I'm speeding up. Turn to the right. Turn to the right. Get him. Get his bald spot. Get his bald spot. You got his bald spot. There you, oh, and he's even eye-potting too.
That's awesome.